PE students, this is Mrs. Berg. We're going to go over the syllabus today and talk a little bit about what we'll be doing in Phy Ed this year. The first thing you need to know is your PE staff members are myself, Mrs. Berg, Mr. Price, and Mr. Olson. Some of the things we're going to do in Phy Ed this year is we're going to focus on developing a little bit of fitness. We will also be working just a little bit on skills and mostly on team sports. The grading this year will be competencies, just like in the past. The two competencies we're going to work on, the first one will be physical engagement and how you are participating in class and how engaged you are in our physical activities. So that will be one competency we're focusing on. The second competency will be accountability, how you are controlling your controllables. That will be the second one that we will focus on for your grade. Some of the PE class and PE area rules or expectations that we have are that you are controlling yourself, so electronic use only when needed, and that you're controlling your controllables. And remember that in the locker room, there are no electronic devices. So make sure that your cell phone is always kept in your locker and your iPad is always in the iPad cart unless needed for class. To be prepared for class, you might want a water bottle to bring. When you are in the locker room changing, that is when you should use the restroom. You should have a growth mindset, which means I might be asking you to try new things and be out of your comfort zone a little bit or different activities. So make sure that you have a growth mindset and be willing to try some new things. And also dressed appropriately for class. By having tennis shoes, a change of clothes that you are only going to be wearing for Phy Ed class, whether it's a t-shirt, shorts, leggings, joggers, sweatpants, something that is athletic and that you can move in and that is appropriate for school. Also, tennis shoes on your feet. Respect. Make sure that you're respecting yourself and others. Have a little empathy for others. Put yourself in other people's shoes so that you know how they feel, making sure that you are respecting yourself as well and the school property. Excellence. Be a positive contributor to physical education. So in our class, be that one kid that is positive towards others and be a positive contributor towards your team. Be your best. Make sure you're putting your best effort in each and every day that you come to Phy Ed class. What should I wear to class? So we talked a little bit about that. The required clothing, you do need to have a mask, but it can be removed during cardio activities and as well as if we are outside. Comfortable athletic clothes, we talked about that a little bit with t-shirt, shorts, leggings, something that you're comfortable in and that's appropriate for school. And something that you didn't wear to school. It should be a separate clothes that are different than what you wore to school. They are just for Phy Ed and kept in your Phy Ed locker. Athletic shoes, things that are not flip-flops, sandals, boots, things that tie, so you should have tennis shoes. And if we are outside, make sure you have warm clothes for those days that it might be a little colder out. If you are missing your Phy Ed clothes one day, your teacher, Mrs. Berg, will remind you to bring your PE clothes the next time we have class. If you were to miss a second time, which this doesn't happen very often, but I will give you clothes to borrow for the class period. And if it does happen a third or fourth time, we do call home and the student might not be allowed in class. So make sure that you are prepared for class, you are controlling your controllables, and that you have your PE clothes for each and every day. Your attendance. If you're unable to participate in class because of an injury or a medical condition, you need to provide an excuse note from a parent or a doctor outlining the reasons why. So if you can't make it because maybe you sprained an ankle, you need to make sure that you have a note that is excusing you for physical education that day. If you're absent from class for any reason, you will make up that absence by doing an activity during flex time. So your teacher might require you to come down to the gym for flex time, and we will have you do an activity that will help you make up that day that you might have missed for Phy Ed class. If you do have a note excusing you from physical education for a long period of time from a doctor, then in order to get back into physical education, you will need a doctor's note to return to activity. The last slide says, please click on the following link to verify that both parent and guardian and student have read this and understand the rules and expectations. So if you were to click on the syllabus agreement form, you're going to go to this Google Doc, and it will bring you to the syllabus verification, and you will go through and answer the questions. Make sure that you have opened it in Safari, and it will go through and just answer a few questions. And if your parent or guardian have any questions, make sure you put those questions or concerns on this document. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you show it to a parent or guardian, and make sure you fill out the syllabus verification agreement. Thank you.